On a gorgeous southern afternoon, EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to Atlanta, Georgia, and inside Mercedes-Benz Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and the Atlanta Falcons. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game as he'll lose yardage to start things out. A loss of 2 there, second down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
Now it's Haskins. Man open, that's Kiki QT, complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Now Haskins on first down. He'll get this to Phillip Lindsay, complete. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already in the field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. Grady Jarrett with the tackle.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun, and they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
2nd and 2 now. The penalty leaves them in pretty good shape. Now Haskins to throw it. This one complete to the running back, Lindsay. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Phillip Lindsay with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Broncos take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Ready. 60 or. We own them. Ready.
On 1st and 10, Costello. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And this will be caught at the 30. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 52 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. They try to run on 1st down, but this defense says no dice. They stop them a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose one or two.
Let's go, D. Big series right here, so we got to step it up. Let's go.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Costello, and finding the tight end Hooper. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Austin Hooper, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Point after by Lambo, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. 2nd down, Haskins. This is the tight end Fant. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco 1st down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to make the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Double dog, that's the way. Mike by 4. Here we go.
On 2nd down, here's Haskins. He'll find Lindsey here. They'll give him a yard on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
Single.
And it's 3rd down.
54. Exit. Right there. Right there. 54, Mike.
From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. Well, he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
At their own 20-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
52. Rock it. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Check. Fresno. 5.
Throwing on 1st down. Costello airing it out. Look into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
From midfield now, Haskins. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
A gain of 18 on the play.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. These two teams all tied after one.
The score tied 7-7.
Here we go. Hit first. Bring it.
Throwing now, Haskins on 1st down. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
And chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down. Third down, here's Haskins. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Tack McKinley able to record his 5th sack of the season. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny? When we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. To throw again, Costello. That's caught over the middle, Hooper. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate. What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
He's checking. Crash. Back. Check your hot read. Watch safety creeping.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone.
Check 52. General West. Go, go.
On first down, Costello. And that will be taken in by Ridley for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons have retaken the lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And the lead is now 14-10. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
45. Mike, 45.
Throwing again on second down. Haskins. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Oh, wide open. Complete. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there. 82 yards. And the Broncos have once again taken the lead. They erased that deficit pretty quickly, did they not? A 2-play drive.
What do we call that? Short-lived?
Very.
Very short-lived. 2 plays later, they're in the end zone and back out in front. We always talk about drives, don't we? Does 2 plays count as a drive?
Not really, but that second play was so good. I don't care what we call it. It was enjoyable to watch. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match at a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
25 yards there on the catch and run.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Switch up, switch up. 57 to Mike, 57 to Mike. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing. 57. Ready?
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's got Hooper on the short connection. A gain of 6 there on first. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On,
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Get that ball. Hey! He's coming to you. He's coming to you. Motion. Hey, hey, hey. Go, go, Mike 51, Mike 51. Hey.
Bravo.
Hey, let's go. Tell me crap.
Squeeze, double.
Second and 4. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Hey, orbit.
Here we go. 37's the Mike. Mike 37. You ain't going nowhere. Here we go. 37's the Mike. Mike 37.
Go.
And now whistles and a flag. And I think we got a jump here. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
And the penalty helps, but not a whole lot. It's still 3rd and long.
Strong left.
Hey, echo.
Here we go. 37's the Mike. Mike 37. Who there? Here we go.
Hey, Haywood.
Come on, D.
Clear. Let's go.
Looking to throw. Costello looking for White on the deep ball. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Well, that's how you convert on 3rd down with an explosive gain of 34. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
I'm coming for you, son. Here we go. 37's the Mike. Mike 37. I got one. Here we go. 37's the Mike. Mike 37. Yeah, let's get
Five.
On 1st and 10, Costello. And this is caught by Evans. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Here we go. Set. 60 yours.
Hey, tight end.
Hey, wahoo.
Hey, 4 down. 31's the Mike.
Dude.
From the gun on 3rd down. Costello toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. This is a fairly straightforward 22-yard short attempt. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked out since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot down. No. Guaranteed the head coach is like, don't get crazy. Take the knee. Let's get out of here. Tie game will just start all over.
Trying to improvise. Now he'll let it go deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Hey, Charlie.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Here we go.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Check 99. Check 99.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Check 52's the mic. Check 52's the mic. Let's get the ball.
Smooth.
Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
Back to throw. Costello. His throw caught right around the 6. Touchdown, Falcons. As his guys are in for 6. As his guys are able to regain the lead. Great corner out there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Let's go, baby.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Throwing on 2nd down, Haskins. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
1st down, Broncos.
On 1st down, it's Haskins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That sack was by Isaiah Oliver from his cornerback position. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. And he's going to go down again.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Now Haskins, 3rd and long. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
Here we go.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
Let's see if they dial it up this drive.
Jet bomber. Go. Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Going right side here, that's complete. Touchdown, Falcons! A big play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Falcons push further out in front.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Point after by Lambo, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. On 3rd and 1, it's Haskins. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Haskins now, 5 straight completions here in this second half, 1st and 10. Haskins looking to throw on 1st down. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Tack McKinley in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Just a pickup of a yard there. That won't help too much. They're left with a 3rd and forever now.
And it's 3rd down.
Here we go. Here we go. Pittsburgh. Watch 54. Watch 54. Bring it up. Bring it up. He's coming.
This time Haskins will look to throw. And he can't quite pick it. No interceptions so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down. The Broncos send out their punter now. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Evans. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 10.
Got it. Let's go. 60 Pittsburgh. Go, 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 go.
Check the call. Check the call. 31's the mic. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me.
Yes, yes.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Broncos going dime. 2 extra defensive backs for third down.
Playing pass all the way.
Hey, high 7.
37's the Mike. Mike 37. Here we go, here we go. Here we go. 37's the Mike. Mike 37. I got you. I got you. Showing it. Showing it.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. Let's go.
Looking to throw. Costello. And this will be caught at the 30. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Austin Hooper with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. Lambo on for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
That's it, baby. We're going to work.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Haskins, and he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
The Broncos on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Here we go. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
Here's Haskins out of the gun. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Here's Haskins to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tack McKinley. And now the football's going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
They'll run on 1st down with Marlon Mack. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? What, you're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator? I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
They'll come out in a 4-receiver look. 3 men to the right side on 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
It's 4th down.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today.
A 28-yard attempt.
They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Broncos will take over on downs. Now Haskins. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
They go play action here on 1st down. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. A good pickup there, a 22.
Go! 70, Indy.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
That's got to be a long day.
Hey, exit.
Mike 51, Mike 51.
Now.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And this is incomplete. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons push further out in front. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, wherever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a 1st down. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Now Haskins on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Haskins will throw. And he's going to have the hook up to QT. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Now, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
Big stop, let's go.
They're going on 4th down. Haskins, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Let's go.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the 30.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away.
Army, Army. Army, Army. Mike 51. Mike 51.
To throw on 2nd down. Costello. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
Here we go.
Go.
Operating from the gun. Costello. That's complete. Hooper. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a 1st down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Mike 51. Record.
Ready.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. From the gun, Costello to the end zone, but it's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
1st and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
under pressure, they got him again. Tack McKinley make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Another try after the 1st down sack. Haskins, and he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. Defensively, you look at the numbers, another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Boy, not deterred from those first 2 failed attempts. They're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down. They'll try and throw forward with Haskins. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Grady Jarrett making his presence felt. He gets the sack. So this one fairly well in the bag as they take over with a 1st and goal.
Topper! Hey, orbit!
51's the mic, 51's the mic. Come off the ball, hard! Go, Mike 51, Mike 51. Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go, let's calm the crowd. I'm coming!
Five!
Operating from the gun, Costello. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points. Continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called...
just wanna be her for your mom to your pop to the beat to the birds, man. Cut right off on the curb like I'm Barry Sanders. Chains on and the diamonds dancing. Game on, so it's time to go. When the rain starts, I'ma let you know. Name a squad that is better though than my home team. We a pot of gold. I'm a dog. I'ma need a bone for my whole team. I'ma let it go like blah. Yeah, and it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like yeah, whole squad like what? And it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like what? Whole squad like yeah, and it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like yeah, whole squad like yeah, and it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like yeah. You don't want problems, you don't want smoke, no, you don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog, you don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog, you don't want problems. No, I say you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog, you don't want. Yeah, I've been so my frustration, I was waiting to shine. My father taught me don't be soft, so now I'm taking what's mine. I define myself as ambitious, young, black, and gifted. Master P, my masterpiece. That mean I don't got no limits. Bout it, I doubt it. My homies know you ain't ratted. We break you down like a pound. I got it, don't pound us around me. I'm corrupted, flow cold and it's rugged, bumpy. What is up? I'm ready for war. You got to love it like blah. Yeah, and it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like yeah, whole squad like what? And it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like what? Whole squad like yeah, and it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like yeah, whole squad like yeah, and it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like yeah. You don't want problems, you don't want smoke, no, you don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog, you don't want problems.
It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. Yeah. I just had to let you know. Yeah. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish, nah. The story flip if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest since Tupac in imprisonment, claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. But any currency, I'm still guaranteed my wins. This is coming from within, I stuff for real, I don't pretend. When the OG spilling knowledge, bet it's best you soak it in. I'm a prophet to them scholars, got them chakras opening. Got them fixing up their octaves, now they truly focused in. I'm seeing 2020 visions, daily manifesting on my premonitions. Best to keep it neutral, got my own religion. The brainwash, gotta make your own decision. My word is James Bond, I stay on a mission. Coming for the top position, ain't no competition, man. Pull up in the top, it's missing, the opposition, and all that lane switching, this is what the game is. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. I do this for the family, I might just flow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they souls the chills. My jewelry code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Paper stuff the edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, right before the deal. Say this one for your photo real. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. Show them skills. Yeah, how about it? You want it, you have it, you got it. Go snatch a skirt, the lot. Go ahead, jump it, how about it? Rep for your bro. When your post, department, your projects. Pain driven, itching, drumming. Hey, look how far we coming. Heartbeat on the streets, you can do it. Ain't real for the weekend. Sweet, this sugar. One man army, but get deep. Watch what you doing. I ain't damaged goods, damn out the clay. You wish you could. I do this for the family. I might just flow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they souls the chills. My jewelry code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Paper stuff the edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, right before the deal. Say this one for your photo real. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, so suspenseful, I'm up in the field. Saw it in my eyes, it was the Tiger Hill. Gon' jump off the line and see the flight of field. Rewrite your history, I'm this line right here. Your best bet be ahead, easy to get rich or dead. Try, this ain't never new, I just be 10 steps instead. Snooze I won't, I can't lose, ready, rest or a bed. Do what you can to do, make your next move your best. I do this for the family, I might just flow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they souls the chills. My jewelry code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Paper stuff the edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, right before the deal. Say this one for your photo real. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I keep it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they souls the chills. My jewelry
like that. It's a lot of money, why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't get too bad, my bad. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. I cop a car, I run it back. Go your then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Hello, that's the check calling. Let me click over real quick to let my check talk it. I eat it, ooh, Pac-Man, that's the way my neck talking. Right, I ain't never coming back the way the stress. You don't make no clap back when you backpack, my bad, but I'm past that. With a NASDAQ, that's cash. When the money fall, I'ma slap that. Clap when the money go, you don't slap. That's facts. If the money low, I'ma grab brown man. When it come back, I'ma give back my bad. When the check hit, the direct hit, I'm glad. When the check missed the direct hit, I'm sad. Like, who's that knocking at my window? My window. They say that it's the money, I'm like tenfold. Over and out. That's gon' make you up like a limbo. She said she not a, she an. Why you do that like that? It's a lot of money, why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't get too bad, my bad. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. I cop a car, I run it back. Go your then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lap. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's 20 20 goons in the ice cream whip, triple school. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna play me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I could never switch, not a day in my life. Long as my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I could never switch, not a day in my life. As long as my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die.
Fools my sons. Haha, bag up off me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, I'm giving Madden blues. And if you choose to run up on me, you gon' get laid out so fast. Cause I can get you with the run or I can hit you with the pass. Come on. I can't be touched and I can't be schemed. Roll you when I'm in a mud league. 2-0, Madden time on you suckers. Y'all can't get close, so why you wanna touch us? Cause my team is so hard. My team is legit. Madden 20, Snoop Dogg is. I get it. Come on. I got cleats on my feet, jersey on my back, helmet on my head, ready to attack like that. Down in Mississippi and New Orleans, big Snoop Dogg got a Madden league. Your team is off the hook and you don't really want none, but if you do, come and get some. See, tell your mama and tell your daddy. Tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Tell your mama and tell your daddy. Tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Come get some if you want some, but you ain't bad enough, so you can't take none. I'm Big Snoop Dogg, and I'm the only one. And when it comes to Madden, all y'all fools my sons. Bag up off me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, I'm giving Madden blues. And if you choose to run up on me, you gon' get laid out so fast. Cause I can get you with the run or I can hit you with the pass. Come on. I can't be touched and I can't be schemed. Roll you when I'm in a mud league. 2-0, Madden time on you suckers. Y'all can't get close, so why you wanna touch us? Cause my team is so hard. My team is legit. Madden 20, Snoop Dogg is. Now get it. Come on. Go. Big Snoop Dogg. It's in the game.
honey yard, dash. Got it on, smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. They will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone. Watch me celebrate. I'm cocky. I do my dance. Jump in the stands. No man, man. Oh, there with the hands. Thought he could guard me. I ruin they plans. I do what I want. They do what they can. Got it on, smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. Honey yard, dash. 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 Yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Heat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dogs, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerging victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, it's glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on, smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. They will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone. Watch me celebrate. I'm cocky. I do my dance. Jump in the stands. No man, man. Oh, there with the hands. Thought he could guard me. I ruin they plans. I do what I want. They do what they can. Got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. Honey yard, dash. 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 They slept on the team that they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. There's no need in keeping it low key. I hear a lot of trash talk. He tell us I'm making a name. I put on the jets to coast. In the jungle. Try not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, move, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork, fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on, smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. Honey yard, dash. Honey yard, dash. Honey yard, dash. Honey yard, dash. Honey yard, dash.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Two teams that have combined to win 11 Super Bowl titles. The Steelers and the Niners are underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
Come on, set. 60 Pittsburgh. Hey. Hey, echo. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
52 is the mic right here.
Get it.
A first down throw for Young. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion.
Where's 52?
The second down throw for Young. Dancing to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a third and short, 3rd and 1.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. Young looks to throw on first down. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Aaron Donald with a sack. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down.
Go! 5, 5.
52 is the mark, boy. 52.
From the gun, Steve Young. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Give the sack to Lawrence Taylor.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
And Sanders now to return. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. On 2nd down, Dickerson. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. It looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves him with 7 yards to go on 3rd down. Here's Michael Vick. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Deion Sanders, the Hall of Famer, with a pick. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
Now Mostert. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Young on 3rd down. Steps away. He may try, but I think the ball's out. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. And ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Here's Young. They'll indeed go for it. Man open, it's Moss, complete. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. Here's Steve Young. And this one caught by Delaney Walker. 15 for the Niners there and a first down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
This is Mostert. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Next, the receivers helped spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
49ers first down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. No score after 1 on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Let's go, B, let's go.
They go play action. Young. Flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Aaron Donald, his 2nd sack of the night.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They'll run it now out of the gun. Only a yard on the gain there, and that'll set up 3rd and 13.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The Niners on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Out of the gun, it's Young. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
No move to get the offense off the field here. They've converted once on this drive. On 4th, they'll go again and try it once more.
Hey, check, Mike 21.
Go.
Young throwing on 4th down, eluding the pressure right. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Pat Tillman. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield. It gets intercepted.
And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. The tackle there by Richard Sherman.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Buying time to his left. He'll run it. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Partner, we talked about this at halftime, but I don't think either one of us expected it to continue. Michael Vick has been bottled up in this game. This defense has done a fantastic job of containing his running ability.
It is so rare. They could never contain him back in the day. Remember 2006 when he set the single-season record with over 1,000 rushing yards. On 3rd down, Vick looks to throw, fires right side, and that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Let's go, baby. Check 52's the mic. Check 52's the mic.
Yeah. Hey, box truck. Ready?
On 2nd and 9. Young. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Lawrence Taylor able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. 3rd and long for Young. Man open, that's Terrell Owens. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 49ers with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got a 1st and goal to go at the 7th. Here's Young from the shotgun. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
So 1st down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Hey, team 6.
Young to throw it. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Terrell Owens there to make the grab as his guys are on the board first here tonight. We don't see too many scoreless halves of football, not today's day and age, and we're not going to see one here. We finally have points on the board.
Yeah, and it didn't come easy, did it? Because neither of these offenses really gotten out of the starting blocks yet. But that is definitely an important score right there. And who knows? The way their defenses play, that touchdown might even hold up until the end.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Let's go. 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. This is their 3rd drive right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a 1st down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a 1st down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
That throw by Vick incomplete. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. He'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. Here's Vick. Now Vick stripped. He lost the football. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one taken just inside the 10. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Nick Bosa, his second sack of the night.
And that's his second sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Kevin Green. He's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
To throw, Vick. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. They'll get 19 out of this, but it will still bring up a 4th down. Here goes Vick on 4th down. Escaping the pressure. And a big loss here as he's taken.
Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view. Hotel got a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me. Baby, I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off, each store got locks. I got some trusted shoes. 10K on the countertop, don't look so shocked, it's nothing new. Death comes in threes. Wins come in twos. Cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. I do a good job. Pull up and pop out and pull out. Head on and hood on. Pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one. They want to keep me. Oh, that's a good one. Pockets are dense. I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Touchdown, 8th floor, come down, hotel, lobby. Receptionist, what now? 11 a.m., check out. Might give her one foul, just to tell her it's one now. How come? I need rest, no recess in my schedule. Mama used to serve vegetables, now half the meals got tentacles. Half the Emirates need a reservation and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip about it, that's what happens when you got dreams closer than a match. And plus all your boys got expensive habits. Go. I know what they're thinking, they don't even gotta say it. Nope. They thinking they just made it. I know how to make everybody feel famous. I don't gotta work no day shift. I don't gotta split no payment. I don't gotta answer questions. And I don't need you to okay it. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown.
They can't take it to 10.
It's lonely on top of the throne. I ain't a king, not a pawn. Hop on a jet across the globe. I guess the world is my home and there's so many milkers. Bird in my dome and like turbulent air. I'm switching these flows. If you look at my neck, boy, I'm letting it slow. I'm sturdy as hell as a vessel alone. They showing me love in my city. Gangs ain't hippies. Women like Nicky know what I'm about. I'm not. The stereotypes, they do not fit me. I'm bigger than life. Gave everyone dogs. I'm not a guard. Go hard with a squad. I'm playing my part, but them LeBron. Rings to the team. I feel Jackson and hard. The homie calling from a cell. A couple of homies be making it. I just want all of them dudes to do well. Not worry about taking a couple of L's. Don't sin for me, just win for me. Don't kill for me, just live for me. Keep it real for me. We eat leave the bill for me like. Hand on my heart, I give it all I got. Walk the walk inside the talk. Take it higher, that's a God. Hand on my heart, no, I give it all I got. Walk the walk, talk the talk. Take it higher, that's a God. Never stopping, that's a must. Always winning, never lost. GPS, I never lost. GPS, I never lost. Who do it better than me? Yeah. Vision on 2020. Yeah. VVS, Clarity. Yeah. Determination, laser focus. Banging on they know they taking notice. Taking notice. Taking notice. Determination, laser focus. Banging on they know they taking notice.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, the man, oh, deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, 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 yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. They on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Heat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dogs, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerging victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, it's glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, the man, oh, deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. It's noted in keeping it low-key. I can carve for the D like a turkey, or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the jets, the coach regret even letting them stay in the game. See my route took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just trying not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash.
I do this for the family. I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they soldier chills. My jewelry code is chill. Stories treacherous. I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Hit first off the edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes. They know it's real. Yeah, been this way right before the deal. Say this one for your photo real. Blessing after testing. I'ma show them skills. Show them skills. Yeah, how about it? You want it, you have it, you got it. Go snatch it, skirt the lot. Go ahead, jump it, how about it? Rep for your brum, for your post, department, your projects. Pain driven, itching, drumming. Look how far we coming. Heartbeat for the streets, you can do it. Ain't built for the weekend, sweet. This sugar, one man army, but get deep. Watch what you doing. I ain't damaged goods, damn out the clay. You wish you could. I do this for the family. I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they soldier chills. My jewelry code is chill. Stories treacherous. I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Hit first off the edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes. They know it's real. Yeah, been this way right before the deal. Say this one for your photo real. Blessing after testing. I'ma show them skills. Show them skills, yeah, so suspenseful. I'm up in the field, saw it in my eyes, it was the Tiger Hill. Gon' jump off the line and see the fly the field. Rewrite your history off this line right here. Your best bet be ahead, easy to get rich or dead. Trying, this ain't never new, I just be 10 steps instead. Snooze I won't, I can't lose, ready, rest or up bed. Do what you can to do, make your next move your best. I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they soldier chills. My jewelry code is chill. Stories treacherous. I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Hit first off the edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes. They know it's real. Yeah, been this way right before the deal. Say this one for your photo real. Blessing after testing. I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me. I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous. I effortlessly show them skills.